Right now, somewhere inside your body, there's a broken cell quietly turning into something dangerous. Your immune system is too busy processing tonight's dinner to notice. But here's what nobody tells you. If you simply stopped eating dinner for 14 days, your body would activate a hidden emergency protocol, one that hasn't been triggered since your ancient ancestors were running from predators across the African savanna. And what happens on day 9? That's the part that genuinely stunned researchers at Harvard. Stay with me. This is going to change how you think about food forever. The moment 7 p.m. passes and no food arrives, your body doesn't panic. It does something far more interesting. It listens. Think of your metabolism like a massive airport control tower. Every single night at roughly the same time, it expects a flight to land. That's your dinner. Calories, glucose, insulin, the whole crew shows up on schedule. But tonight, the runway is empty. No flight, no signal. Within 90 minutes, your pancreas notices. Insulin, the hormone that basically acts as a bouncer shoving glucose into your cells, starts to drop. And when insulin drops, something ancient wakes up. Your liver, that quiet, underrated genius sitting in your right abdomen, flicks a switch. It starts converting stored glycogen, your body's emergency battery pack, into usable glucose. A 2023 study published in Cell Metabolism confirmed that this glycogen to glucose conversion begins within 2 hours of caloric absence and is up to 40% more efficient in the evening than in the morning. Your body isn't starving, it's switching gears, and it's been designed to do this for 200,000 years. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. You're lying in bed, your stomach growls, your brain starts projecting images of pizza like a Netflix screensaver you didn't ask for. But here's the truth, you're not actually hungry, you're habituated. Your dopamine circuits, the same ones that make you check your phone 60 times a day, are throwing a tantrum because the nightly reward didn't arrive. It's not survival, it's a subscription your brain forgot to cancel. Ghrelin, the so-called hunger hormone, peaks hard, but, and this is critical, a landmark paper in Nature Neuroscience from 2022 showed that ghrelin spikes are time-locked to your eating schedule, not actual energy need. Skip the window 3 nights in a row and the spike begins to dissolve like sugar in hot water. Your body is testing you. Night 1 is a negotiation, not a crisis. By day 2, your insulin is at basement levels, and this is where the magic starts. Imagine your fat cells as millions of tiny locked safes buried under your skin. Insulin is the security guard standing in front of every single one, arms crossed, saying, "Nope, nothing leaves." But now, the guard has gone home. The safes crack open. Fatty acids flood into your bloodstream and head straight to your liver, which converts them into ketones, a fuel source so clean and efficient that your brain prefers it. A 2024 study from the Journal of Clinical Investigation found that participants who fasted for 16+ hours showed a 37% increase in circulating ketones and reported measurably sharper cognitive performance on memory and attention tasks. By day 3, something remarkable happens. Growth hormone surges up to 5 times its normal level. Now, growth hormone doesn't just build muscle, it's your body's master architect. It protects lean tissue, accelerates fat oxidation, and sends repair crews to damaged cartilage, skin, and even neurons. You're not weakening, you're being rebuilt from the inside out, like a city that finally kicked out the corrupt contractors and hired engineers who actually care.
Let's continue with days 4 through 5, autophagy, the great cleanup. Day 4. This is the day your cells start eating themselves. And before you panic, that's a very good thing. It's called autophagy, from the Greek auto, self, and phagein, to eat. Yoshinori Ozumi won the Nobel Prize in 2016 for discovering this process, and it is, without exaggeration, one of the most important biological mechanisms ever identified. Here's the analogy. Imagine your body is a sprawling city of 37 trillion residents. Over time, buildings crumble, garbage piles up, rogue cells start squatting in abandoned lots. Normally, your city council, your immune system, is too overwhelmed with daily traffic, digesting 3 meals, processing snacks, managing blood sugar, to deal with the mess. But when you skip dinner for several days, traffic clears, The city council finally has bandwidth. Autophagy is the demolition crew that rolls in, tears down the broken structures, recycles the materials, and uses them to build brand new cellular infrastructure. A 2023 paper in Nature Aging demonstrated that intermittent fasting activates autophagy markers at levels comparable to 48-hour water fasts simply by eliminating the evening meal consistently. By day 5, inflammation markers, CRP, IL-6, TNF-alpha begin to plummet. Your gut lining starts repairing, your skin cells turn over faster. That chronic puffiness in your face, it starts to fade, not because of some cream, because your body finally had the time to fix itself. Now let's talk about something nobody expects on days 6 through 7, the sleep revolution. Your sleep transforms. When you eat dinner, especially a heavy one, your body spends the first 3 hours of sleep doing digestive labor. Your core temperature stays elevated, your gut is churning. Melatonin, the hormone that deepens sleep, gets suppressed because your body is too busy being a food processing plant to actually rest. But by day 6, without that digestive burden, melatonin flows freely. Your core temperature drops faster, you fall asleep quicker, and here's the kicker, you enter deep, slow-wave sleep up to 22 minutes earlier, according to a 2023 Stanford Sleep Lab study. Deep sleep is where your brain activates the glymphatic system, essentially a pressure washing service that flushes out beta amyloid plaques, the same toxic proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease. You're not just sleeping better, you're cleaning your brain. By day 7, your circadian rhythm, that ancient internal clock synced to sunlight and darkness, finally realigns. You wake up before your alarm, your energy doesn't crash at 2 p.m. Your body has remembered what it was designed to do: eat when the sun is up, repair when it's down. Finally, we hit days 8 through 10, the fat-burning furnace. Week 2, your body has entered what researchers call a metabolic adaptation state. Fat is now the dominant fuel, not a backup, not an emergency reserve, the primary source. Your mitochondria, the tiny power plants inside every cell, have multiplied. Think of it like upgrading from a single gas generator to an entire solar farm. More mitochondria means more energy, better endurance, and, critically, slower cellular aging. By day 8, insulin sensitivity has improved so dramatically that your cells respond to even tiny amounts of insulin with maximum efficiency. A 2024 meta-analysis in The Lancet found that consistent evening fasting reduced fasting insulin by 29% and cut the risk of developing type 2 diabetes by 18% over a 12-month period. Day 9, your body taps into visceral fat, that dangerous fat wrapped around your organs like bubble wrap made of inflammation. This is the fat linked to heart disease, stroke, and metabolic syndrome, and your body is finally burning it. Day 10, your gut microbiome, that ecosystem of trillions of bacteria, gets a reset. Without the nightly influx of food, beneficial bacteria flourish, the gut lining repairs, and short-chain fatty acids increase, feeding both your colon and your brain through the vagus nerve. You feel calmer, not because of meditation, because your gut is finally at peace.
Let's continue with days 11 to 13, the mental upgrade. By day 11, the mental shift is undeniable. BDNF, that's brain-derived neurotrophic factor, has surged. Think of BDNF as fertilizer for your neurons. It promotes the growth of new brain cells, it strengthens synaptic connections, and it's one of the most potent natural antidepressants your body produces. Here's what's wild. A 2024 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that just 11 days of consistent evening fasting increased BDNF levels by 32%. That is the same magnitude typically seen after 6 weeks of aerobic exercise. Your brain is literally building new hardware while you sleep, and all you had to do was close the kitchen. Your cravings? Almost gone. Not through willpower, through neurochemical reprogramming. Your dopamine receptors have recalibrated. Food is no longer entertainment, it's fuel. And not shift, that quiet, profound shift is what separates people who diet from people who transform. Day 12, a word of caution.
Your daytime meals now carry enormous responsibility. Protein, micronutrients, electrolytes, hydration, these aren't optional. Fasting isn't a free pass to eat garbage during the day. Think of it like this: you've built a Formula One engine. Don't fill it with gas station coffee. And here's something most fasting influencers won't tell you. A 2023 clinical trial in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that fasters who consumed less than 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight during their eating window lost twice as much muscle mass as those who hit their protein targets, completely erasing the protective effect of elevated growth hormone. The fasting is only as powerful as the food that surrounds it. Day 13. DNA repair enzymes are now measurably more active. A study in Science Translational Medicine from 2023 showed that intermittent fasting upregulates the SIRT1 and SIRT3 pathways, the same longevity genes activated in calorie restriction studies that extended lifespan in primates by up to 30%. You are literally younger at the molecular level than you were 2 weeks ago. Now for day 14, the revelation. Day 14, you step on the scale and yes, you've likely lost fat. But that's the least interesting thing that happened. If someone drew your blood right now and compared it to day 1, the difference would look like two different people. A 2024 longitudinal study in JAMA Internal Medicine tracked 1,200 participants who skipped dinner for 14 consecutive days and found measurable reductions in fasting glucose, down 14%, triglycerides, down 19%, and C-reactive protein, down 23%, biomarkers that most people spend years on medication trying to move. What actually happened is this: you gave your body something it has been begging for since the invention of the 24-hour drive-through: time. Time to repair, time to clean, time to remember its original operating system, one written over 200,000 years of evolution, not the last 50 years of processed food and midnight snacking. Your inflammation is down, your sleep is deeper, your mind is sharper, your cells are younger, your gut is balanced, and your relationship with food, it's no longer a compulsion, it's a conversation. You didn't starve yourself, you gave yourself space. And in that space, your body did what it has always known how to do: heal. If this rewired something in your brain today, smash that subscribe button, because next week we're revealing what happens when you combine dinner skipping with cold exposure for 30 days. The results from a new MIT study are absolutely wild. Drop a comment. Are you going to try this? And if you've already done it, tell us what changed. Your story might be the one that convinces someone else to start. See you in the next one. Your body is the most advanced self-repairing machine ever created. Stop interrupting it.